What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the gear progression guide for the Chaos Fanatic. This one is going to be pretty quick in comparison to the other ones because at the Chaos Fanatic you are only going to want to use ranged. And why is that? Because the Chaos Fanatic has a pretty good defense level as well as a good magic level, and along with that comes some pretty hefty defensive stats. So we don't have to worry about melee or magic for this one. We are just going to check out ranged, so let's get into it. All right, first up in the helmet slot. Now, obviously I don't have the Slayer helmet in here because it would have taken up too much space, but that is self-explanatory. If you are on a Slayer task that it was assigned to you, and it is the Chaos Fanatic, you are obviously going to want to use an imbued Slayer helmet. But aside from that, if you are not there, your best in slot is going to be the Armadillo helmet into the Robin Hood hat, followed by a Blessed Coif. I have the Zamorak one here, but any of them will do. They all have the same stats. Followed by the Carol's Coif, and then the Archer's Helm is last. Obviously, you can go lower than that with the Snakeskin Bandana if you really want to risk the minimum possible. Next up for the torso and the legs, it's going to follow the same pattern. Armadillo chestplate and chain skirt, followed by the Carol's leather top and leather skirt, into some Blessed D-hide, and finally Black Dragonhide. And if you don't have the range level for Black Dragonhide and you want to attempt the Chaos Fanatic, and I say that because you will be attempting it, it is pretty hard with less than 75 or 70 range, Black Dragonhide is going to bring up the rear for the torso and the legs. In the cape slot, your best in slot is going to be Ava's Assembler or the Ava's Max Cape if you are maxed. After that is going to be the Ava's Accumulator, and then if you do have a 99 ranged cape, you would want to use that last. As for your glove option, Barrows Gloves are your best in slot, followed by some God D-hide bracers, and then Black Dragonhide Vambraces. For your boots option, Pegasian boots, best in slot, followed by the Ranger boots into some Blessed D-hide boots, and then finally Snakeskin boots. Onto the weapon, your best in slot weapon is going to be the crossbow, and this is because it does give you a 50% damage and accuracy boost to any monster in the wilderness. This does include the demi-boss, the Chaos Fanatic. Remember though, if you are using a crossbow, you will have to charge it with 1000 Revenant Ether to activate the weapon, and every Ether over 1000 will give it a charge, so I would suggest going out there with probably 14 or 1500 Revenant Ether in your crossbow. Following that is going to be the Toxic Blowpipe, and you're going to want to use Adamant Darts or better in that Blowpipe. Next is going to be the Magic Shortbow Imbued, and believe it or not, it is better than our next option, which is the Armadillo Crossbow. And last, and a good option for Iron Men that maybe have not had a chance to get a crossbow or a Toxic Blowpipe or an Armadillo Crossbow yet, is going to be the Crystal Bow. It is a quest item and you can buy it with GP, so good option for Iron Men if they need it. As for the shield slot, this is only going to be applicable if you're using a crossbow. Armadillo book, the Book of Law, followed by the Unholy book, which is the Zamorak book, into a Blessed D-hide shield, into a Black Dragonhide shield. As for your amulet, Necklace of Anguish is going to be your best in slot, followed by the Amulet of Fury, and finally the Amulet of Glory. As for your ring, obviously the Archer's Ring, Imbued, which will give you +8, is going to be your best option here, followed by the Brimstone Ring, or you could actually use an unimbued Archer's Ring in place of the Brimstone Ring. And Explorer's Ring is going to be your last option here. It is actually pretty nice because you're not risking a ring using the Explorer's Ring. It is free to reclaim and it will give you +1 to your prayer stat. In your ammunition slot, if you are using a two-handed weapon such as the crossbow, the Toxic Blowpipe, the Magic Shortbow Imbued, or the Crystal Bow, the Rada's Blessing 4 is going to be your best option here because it does give you +2 to prayer bonus and it is free to reclaim as it is a diary item. If you don't have the 4, the 3, 2, or 1 version will also work. They will give you an additional prayer bonus. If you are using the Magic Shortbow Imbued, you're going to want to use Amethyst arrows with that to get your maximum DPS. And if you're using a crossbow of some style, Diamond Bolts E are going to be your best option. Last is going to be your special attack option. There actually is none. You're in the wilderness, so it's really not worth to bring an extra item that you have to protect and lose something else that you can't protect just for a special attack item for this boss. If you are using the Toxic Blowpipe, you will have the special attack available for that, but otherwise it is not worth to bring one. So since this is in the wilderness, I have added an extra graphic here. We got a little circle overlay popping up now to show you what you might want to take, what you'll keep, and what you will lose. So as for me, when I go to the Chaos Fanatic, what you see in the circles right now is exactly what I take on my trips. As for the items that I will protect, It is going to be the crossbow, the necklace of anguish, the Barrows Gloves, and the Pegasian boots, and that is with the protect item prayer enabled. I will be losing my blessed coif, my black dragon hide, my Ava's assembler, and my explorer's ring, and my Rada's blessing. All in all, I'm not really risking that much, maybe 50 to 60k, depending on what kind of food I decide to take, but really there's only a couple options for that. But it's not a high risk boss, especially if you're using your protect item prayer. You can take 4 good items and really lose not that much. Alright everybody, that is going to wrap up this Chaos Fanatic gear progression guide. Short and sweet, as we only had to cover the ranged gear progression. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up down below. They do help the video's popularity. Also, if you haven't done so yet, tap that subscribe button on your way out. If you're looking for an updated Chaos Fanatic guide, you will be able to find a link in the description below later this week when that guide has been updated. One more thing I do want to mention, we are always looking for new raiders for the Chambers of Xeric and Theater of Blood in my Discord. So if you're interested in either coming on some raids, or if you haven't done a raid yet, you can also learn in my Discord. The link to the Discord is in the description below. You can check that out. My clan chat name is also there. We're always looking for people to hang out. If you have questions, you can come in there. People will help you out. It's a pretty nice place to hang out. So guys, thank you for watching. As usual, I will see you on the next one. Take it easy.